And we got a crowd in here because Randy Travis joins us in the studio right now. Give the man a round of applause for being here. Thanks for joining us, man. We really appreciate it. All right. We were just talking about your trade secrets off the air, if you don't mind me belying a little too much. We were chatting about the new single, and we were like, well, you better play it so you remember all the lyrics.
Well, on those songs that are very new to you when you're doing them live to begin with.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I found myself running right before going in to do a show. I might ought to listen to that.
Do you ever find yourself, and we've asked other artists about this phenomenon, when you're on stage and you've done a particular song so many times that you're actually making a grocery list in your head while you're running through the number?
No.
The mind wanders a little bit.
But I have done this before.
Yes.
And that is, every once in a while, someone might hold up a sign. Would you sing, just an example, would you sing Happy Birthday to whoever?
Mm-hmm.
And I found myself trying to sing and maybe try to read that. Say, okay, what does that say? What is the next line? And it's just not there. Yeah, and so I've learned not to do that.
To focus, right?
The worst case scenario. This really happened quite a few years ago, 1982, and I'd been doing it a while, but for whatever reason. And then we didn't have the ear monitors then, it was all wedge monitors. So 1982, and I get into that, and I forget probably 2 lines in the first verse, recovered, get into the first chorus. After the first line, same thing. It's like, oh, man, I drew a blank again, recovered again, and go into the second verse and do the same thing, and I can see the audience start laughing. And then I recover. All right, so I could see them laughing, and then there's some of them hollering the line up to me what it's supposed to be. Get into the last chorus and forget the same spot that I forgot the first time around, and then I can hear all the audience really above all the music singing, some laughing, some screaming the lines at me. Thank you. And
Beautiful.
And at that. Back then, I used to get upset at those kinds of things, get mad about it, but I came to the conclusion that really they probably enjoyed that part of the show more than anything else.
Absolutely.
So if they're laughing at you or with you, it doesn't matter.
Well, it's great they had such a unique experience and they were part of something that was organic that happened right then and there. I mean, that's really what you got to see live music for,
That's, proof that this is a live show.
Now, with all the 21 million plus albums sold and all of the singles that you've had, I mean, you must have listened to 10, 20, 30,000 records when you're going through trying to pick what songs you're going to do. I mean, how many songs do you think you've gone through like that?
I would love to know a number. I would love to. All right, this new album, it's nice to have this kind of time. I really wish we could have done this on every album, but we had myself, Kyle Lanning, Tracy Gershon, Chris Lacey, so 4 of us for a solid year going through material.
Wow.
And then everything they would find would be sent out to me on the road to the house or sometimes in the office in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
It would be, it'd be several thousand just on this album.
No, the new album's called Around the Bend, and it's coming out this summer. We're going to listen to the first single from it here in just a minute and tell people how they can get a copy of it. But have you ever had the occasion to listen to a song that you have passed on that then somebody else went and made a big hit out of? Anything that comes to mind?
One I passed on, and I knew that this would be a hit. I knew it was a single quality, and remember the group Highway 101?
Sure.
Yeah, Martha Sharp, who signed me to Warner Brothers years ago, pitched this song to me, and I said, I know it's a hit, but I'm not singing that. And it was Bing Bang Boom. And of course, Highway 101 ended up with it, had a #1 record with it, and I knew it, but
just wasn't your style.
I said no.
Do you think it was too much of a novelty kind of thing,
got
or
too close to just silly?
Mm-hmm.
I guess. and like we've done songs for people that are familiar with the catalog over the years. I mean, when you look at a song like "Is It Still Over? Are We Still Through?" Since my phone still ain't ringing, I assume it still ain't you. That's pretty on the silly side too, but that's pretty clever when you get right down to it.
Oh yeah, I love that line.
Yeah, I do too. So I'm certainly not opposed to doing almost novelty type song. You get right down to it. Digging Up Bones, borderline novelty song.
Well, no disrespect to Highway 101, but I think your career's done pretty well compared to theirs.
Well, no,
Don't be too humble now.
No.
No, I work with those guys. They're great guys. I liked all of them.
I'm
Paul
sure.
Hunt's a great singer, and they were great. We toured with them, and I'll tell this: they had a road manager. We were in Canada playing shows. Now, all of us like to, in years past, we would mess with each other, while the shows are going on.
Mm-hmm.
One night, back then, a guy named Tommy Ravelli was playing drums with us, and he is now with John Anderson, been with him for quite a while. So Highway 101, go out, they get ready, they start their first song, and Jack had the stick in his hand. Tommy had loaded his snare drum up with baby powder. So the first, it's a cloud of dust. It was hysterical. And then another night, same thing. Tommy had the thing for messing with Jack. Cactus. I'm sorry, Jack was another player. But the other thing Tommy did, he had tied fishing wire, which he did not see. He sat down, and he's playing, and he's singing harmony parts, and all at once, here goes the mic away from him. And it was like, and it was great to watch. It was great to watch. But they did it to us, too. I was out there singing one night, Look Heart, No Hands, and their road manager, a guy they call Road Mangler for some reason. So I'm singing that song, and here he comes on a bicycle across the stage, rides in front of me, kickstand down, gets off, hands me a rose. Gets on the bike, rides on off the stage. And the other night, David Johnson has his volume control, and he's to my right, and all at once I see his volume control start going across the stage. And David just stone-faced. I mean, he is as dry as a bone. So David just takes a step forward to stand on the wire, where nothing can move either way, and that's where he stayed the rest of the show.
Well, no wonder you occasionally forget a line here and there. You got a lot to contend with out on the road. Randy Travis is in the studio with us. The new single from the album Around the Bend is called Faith in You, and we're going to play it here and then tell people about a special thing you got going on your website. They can get a copy of this here, and we'll do that in just a minute. Do you want to set the song up just a little bit? Tell us a little about it.
I mean, this is the first country project, the whole album, first country project for us in about 8 years. So it's exciting to me to be back in doing this kind of album. This song, you'll see what I mean. I'm very low tech, so when I heard this song the first time, the first few lines caught my ear. I knew it was a great piece of writing. After that, of course, melody-wise, I liked it and everything about it, and I wanted to record it, and so did everybody in the room think we should. But as we start, it can be a free download, I'm told to say, for those of you who know what that means, and how to do that. I don't deal with the computer stuff. So all the downloading, the MySpace, the YouTube, all that, this is all new stuff to me that I'm having to get used to, I guess.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's a love song called Faith in You, the first single.
And here it is on Hank FM.